Good morning again. I just watched a short video by Mark McGowan boosting up Roger Cook, hoping he'll get back into Parliament. Screw us a bit more. Screw us? Yes. They took another $200 a year to licence my vehicle. But they took our houses. They took everything we got. They took $100 a year for licences before the last idiot got out of this state to pay for NDIS. Then the federal parliament decided they'd take a bit more money to pay for NDIS. Look, the garbage and lies have got to stop. McGowan, I got something to say to you. In 2017, I seized the 3 lawful tiers of the state parliament. I did it in 2 parts, deliberate. And you sent me a letter saying, oh, I'm not going to answer anymore, and all the rest of the nonsense. The next one I sent, you did the same thing. I'm not answering you anymore. So obviously you read what I put. You read the fact that you're nothing but a rotten, lying, treasonous criminal. And Cook's your left-hand man. Couldn't be on the right hand. You got 2 donkeys together. And then you come on later and you translated English to English for an Aboriginal lady. You're the only one that looks stupid. And you try to get us to vote for Roger Cook. That's not going to happen. You created the Acts Amendment Repeals Court and Legal Practice Act. Your stupid mob of clowns called the Labor Party. You created it. You took the crown out of our law. Even after we said no, you did it. You, by a way of the Oath Affidavit and Statutory Declarations Act, repealed the Oath of Allegiance from your version of the state constitution, which wasn't lawful anyway, so it doesn't matter. You know you're not using the correct one. So when you left the Navy, they gave you it's reported they gave you a can of dog food. Probably a good idea. Why don't you go and get another one? Or would you like me to send you one? Your problem is, Mark McGowan, if you stepped outside and the truth was there, you trip over it and break your neck, because you don't know what it is. And you look a fool all over the world for your translation of English to English. You didn't make a fool of that native lady, no way in the world. She's a lovely lady. But why you did what you did, nobody can figure it out. So why would we listen to you? You said if the Local Government Act says you owe money, you owe it. Doesn't matter what the court says. You said, McGowan. You said there are hard borders. You lied, McGowan. There are not. You cannot quarantine this state. You lied when you get the vaccine, you all need it. And then people start dying from it, getting sick from it. And what did you do for that? Nothing. Still try to hide it. And your Minister for Vaccines, you give him a good gift. Look at that. He's now the pretend governor of Western Australia, because he's not a real one. Not a real one. See, the correct state constitution says the state parliament consists of Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council, and the Queen. The Queen being the Queen of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, or, as she passes away, her successor, King Charles, King of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Whitlam cannot, he did, unlawfully, create a Royal Styles and Titles Act. So you lied about that. Here you are, now belted up about how good Roger Cook is. You've known him for a long time. Yeah, of course criminals usually know each other. He was a thug for the unions. The unions who finance you. You all do the same thing. Fill your pockets and to hell with the rest of the people. You give them nothing. Well, it's time for us to fight you back. Get rid of you. Everything you say to push each other's ideals is nothing but lies. When are you going to get that MRI machine for up north? Somebody said it's not healthy. Well, it probably isn't healthy, but it'd be good to have one so you know what's wrong with you. And you've promised it. Where is that one? You didn't deliver. Just like everything else you do. You do not deliver. The only thing you deliver on is the lies. The Local Government Act was added to the state constitution with number 88 of 1979, an act of a parliament that didn't even exist in law, because you've never had the lawful constitution in place. You want to debate me? Come on, big boy. I'll bring it on. You bring it on, and I can show you what the constitution. Don't bother getting your pretend Attorney General, because he's a waste of space too. And he has a portfolio for the Electoral Act. No. The governor runs elections, not the donkeys in the parliament. What says so? State constitution and federal constitution. Are they law? Yes. Just because you don't know that they're law doesn't mean they're not. They are. In fact, I really don't think you know which way is up. Why don't you go back to Newcastle? No, well, that won't work, because the last time I put that up, everybody got up in arms and said, no, don't send the idiot back here, we don't want him. Yeah, it's on my computer and I printed it out. So, yeah, it's a fact. They don't want you there. Isn't it nice to be not wanted? Because you're not. The reason you're not in Parliament, because you were getting found out how you stole the people's land. Changed the titles. Then you sold the titles office. What did you do with the money? Paid the compensation that the Roman Catholic Church had to pay to all its victims. You gave them the money to do that. Isn't that true? Isn't it? What did you do with the money if that's not what happened? Because the rumour has it that's what you did. Yes, it's a rumour. But come after me, you maggot, and I will sue you, and you will answer the questions in court, because you have no protection, nor does Roger Cook. Why would anyone vote for a dysfunctional pack of liars and frauds who want to take everything we got, have all the money you've got, and you want to get paid, and then you leave there and get a massive job, but we have to be means tested just to get a pension, which we actually paid for. We pay for our pension. 7.5% tax per week, no matter what lies a politician says, and our constitution says you have to pay us a pension. Like it or lump it, that's the law, and we're going to enforce it, and you're going to abide by it. Sure, you played games last time and you thought you were going to have me up on an indictable charge, but then they found out the only one who was going to a trial by grand jury on a voir dire, which would have proved that the constitution you put in place at Federation was a lie, and it is. You see, I've got both of them, and I lawfully seize the 3 tiers of the state parliament and hold them for and on behalf of the people. Is it lawful? Yes, because Magna Carta is a charter of rights. It isn't a statute. And you rely on the nonsense coming out of Ann Toomey? Good luck with that. And you're not going to get anywhere. We are going to bring you down. This election, next election, whatever. But you're going. And you, Mark McGowan, you're going to jail. Along with Roger Cook and the rest of the thieves, have done nothing but steal off the people. Steal off the people. Your Aboriginal Heritage Act? Crap, because you had no authority to make any laws. Your Firearms Act? Crap, because you had no authority to make any laws. You're not lawful. The state constitution says it, the federal constitution says it. You cannot have an entity known as a state when it doesn't exist in law. You can't take the Crown out, which you did, you reckon. You took it out of all the acts with the Acts Amendment, Repeals Court and Legal Practice Act. Then you took it out of the state constitution, your version of it, which wasn't even lawful. You repealed it. You can't repeal a letters patent, you moron. You cannot repeal a letters patent. Only the reigning monarch can, and they did not do it. So you are finished. You filthy traitors, it's just a matter of time, and you're all going to jail. I'm not allowed to say exercise your rights to arrest somebody, because, that's an indictable offence. Apparently it's not really, but let you have your fun. What did you get out of me? The truth. That's all you got, and you couldn't handle it. So you got your maggot-eating state solicitor, who's got to be Crown Law Department, and you know that. You know that. You know that every single person who enters that parliament must swear the oath of allegiance. You know that. Every public servant must swear the oath of allegiance. The police do not swear it. I've got the oath. That is not the lawful oath in the Constitution. You can't change that. There's no such thing as a Royal Style and Titles Act by Gough Whitlam, the lying traitor, fleabag, criminal. Was sacked by Kerr for a criminal action. If it wasn't proven, why did he get out of the parliament? Because he knew he was a criminal. And all the maggots after him are exactly the same. So you have a lovely day, because your time in freedom is short-lived. And just watch out for your little buddy that sells graphene oxide to the pharmaceutical companies. He knows its end result. Twiggy Forrest. Yes, Twiggy, we know what you're up to, and so a lot of other people know. We're looking into what you're doing, and we can. And you can't stop us. You're in the public arena. You're running a public company, and we're entitled to know whether you're a suitable person. I have an opinion. I'm not going to voice that. All I know is selling graphene oxide, knowing where it's going, is a criminal offence. If you don't know, you're free. If you do know, you've got a problem. And you're making money out of people's misery. He was sacked for committing treason. Yeah, that's good, he was. Whitlam you're talking about. Yeah, definitely. Alright, that's it for today. I'm not going to do another one unless Big Mouth gets back and has another go to try and make a fool out of me. I'd love that. I'd love to debate you on air, Mark McGowan, and you, Roger Cook. You put your two heads together, you should have half a brain anyway.